Welcome, everybody. This is your host, Ali Rator, and the podcast is going to start pretty soon. This is our first podcast. So it's going to be a very casual one and a small one to begin with. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me. It's actually 1 a.m. in the morning, and I finally pushed myself to get a podcast done. And the topic is going to be a very hot one. Recently, Argentina won the FIFA World Cup. It was called from the start that it's going to be Messi's World Cup, and we saw a lot of negativity coming from the Western media. But eventually, the on the ground, the people who actually were there have said that the World Cup in 2022 that was held in Qatar is the best one that they've actually visited with no issues coming in. There wasn't any violence there and stuff like that. So what we did was that we posted a poll on our social media regarding asking people what their view is regarding this World Cup. Do you think, like, with the technology that the FIFA have implemented in this, do you think this was the most accurate and the most fair World Cup judged by the referees? So have you say in that? Now I'm just going to go through different technologies that they've utilized in this. So the first one is the Al Rihla ball. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but so the ball used was comes with an inertial measurement unit (IMU) sensor that can aid in making tight offside calls with the goals and sensors, and they can send data to the video operation room 500 times per second. So it was a pretty intelligent ball. Then they had apps for the players, semi automated offset technology, and they've used AI to make the right calls. You guys must have seen the watches that the referees were using on their hand, and one was very prominent was the last goal that Messi did in the, I think, 108th minute or extra time, and it was called an offside, but the main referee had the goal in his hand, so they changed it from offside to a goal. So we did this poll on our YouTube channel, and we got a very interesting comments, like two comments. One was saying that it was 85% the World Cup was fair. He didn't elaborate more, but the most interesting that the comment came, and I'm going to show it to you guys, came from so this is just to glorify Argentina, and congratulations to Argentina, congratulations to Messi to win the World Cup. They only lost one match to Saudi Arabia, so Saudi Arabia actually has the bragging rights to claim that they were the only one who did beat the world champions. So this was very interesting. I'm just going to show it to you if you guys can read it. So this is SSK Production 341 from YouTube. So we asked them same question, like, whether do you guys think if the World Cup was fair? So I did a little bit of a short of 60 seconds. So he actually said a very interesting comment, and we'll take your feedback, whoever's listening to our podcast. Like, he said the World Cup was a total mess, but final was fair. So he's claimed that the final was fair. We're getting a lot of comments or on social media that the goal that Messi did in the 108th to 10th minute, that was an unfair goal. So have your say in it, but have your say on this matter. But the last comment, I don't know which country he belongs to, but, like, well, if you have seen all the matches, you should remember that Morocco was doing cheating. That was a big surprise for me because I did follow Morocco matches, and I don't know how they were cheating. And they said that they did not let Ronaldo play the whole World Cup. I mean, there were a lot of mistakes. So with respect to Ronaldo, I don't know. I know there are, like, in football there are two camps. Either it's a Messi camp or a Ronaldo camp. But what does FIFA have to do with Ronaldo's selection, or the Qatar government, or even Argentina or the other teams? It's up to their manager to make him play. I don't know what the politics were going on in Portugal, or what's the situation with Ronaldo and their teammates and stuff like that. But definitely one of the biggest mistakes that they did not let Ronaldo play all the matches. So have your say about this comment. It's very interesting. We're getting a mixed feedback. People who support Messi are really enforcing the fact that he did play the World Cup very fairly and he performed. He won the World Cup. That's his legacy. But but those who are in favor of Ronaldo, they are the one actually showing reaction, and they're very disappointed about him not being his maybe the last World Cup. He might be able to play the next one. Only time will tell. So, have you saying this? What do you guys think? Overall, the World Cup, the positives that came from the World Cup is like this was the first time the Middle East had hosted the World Cup. Plus, there were a lot of positives. In all these World Cups, there are a lot of cases of violence, like drunk violence and hooligans and stuff like that. So we did not hear anything regarding those matters, and it was pretty interesting for us. The main interest of this Volga from my side was the very interesting using of artificial intelligence, using of technology, how that is going to improve big sports events. They've used it in different other events like cricket or in hockey and other stuff as well. So what do you think? Do you guys support technology being used in the World Cup and in sports events to make it more accurate, to get that human error factor, reduce it to minimum? At the end of the day, it's up to the referee that he's going to call the VAR or if he's going to check if a foul has been made or not. But that's the only decision he has. So he has to go and look in at the VAR, which is being shown to the whole world. The referees are watching, the match referees watching as well. So the chances of error making even after looking at the VAR are pretty slim. And I'm not sure that there was a match in which the VAR call was wrong. If there is, please correct me, and you guys can show it in the comment section as well. Now, regarding the final, it was an epic final. Both teams were equally matched. At the end of the day, on penalties, it's whoever keeps the composure and who doesn't come under pressure. With it was a bit disappointing from France to miss like two consecutive free kicks. Even the Pepe free kick, the first one, and I noticed that when he did both the penalties, he was shooting on the right hand side of the keeper, like his left hand side. Like all three penalties that he took went to the left side, if my memory serves me well. And on two occasions, the keeper almost got his hand to it. So that's something for the future that keepers can look into it. But it's disappointing for the other players not to support him. And Argentina kept their composure. All their free kicks went in. And what do you guys say about Argentina's keeper? Even, and I think the most important time of that match was I just before the closure of second half. Like the Argentina keeper saved one. It should have been a goal, but he saved from his. He defended pretty well from his leg. Now, with regards to the usage of artificial intelligence of offside, especially, and semi-automated offside technology, I think from my side, it's pretty good to incorporate these technologies into these professional sports in which a lot of the public's emotions, and you've got like more than a billion people watching this event. So what's the use of developing these technologies if you're not going to use it to better the game, better the chances, and make it more fair for both the teams, whoever are playing, uh, to score? And at the end of the day, if somebody wins the match, it is the best team that played, and they did not get any undue advantage. Now, regarding the football, now that's the sensitive place that in. It's fascinating to see like. It helps in detecting the precise kick point as well, and it's made by Adidas. IMU sensor that can aid in making tight offside calls. Adidas has parked the sensor in the center of the ball. I'm not sure the players will actually tell if that affects the balance of the ball or if they, because I remember the World Cup that happened in Japan. The ball was pretty light, and there were a lot of complaints about the ball, the weight of the ball, because I remember it used to go up. Uh, but it's for me, I think they should start using this in different leagues and just standardize it. What do you guys think? Should other brands or other technologies be put into the ball, or are you guys more or towards the traditional side? Coming for the app for the players, the app provides player all the data metrics which are captured real time by FIFA's performance analysis, and the all players will get detailed analysis of on pitch happening, like where all they receive the ball. Because I remember I saw it on the screen as well. Like they were telling how much the player has actually moved. And they were like running for 13, 14 kilometers as well. How much water they've actually lost, and which position they were in. That that's from a technology point of view. For me at least, it's pretty interesting, and we need more information regarding like which companies have uh, produced it or developed in which language they've used and what softwares they're using. The third one was semi-automated offsite technology. So these cameras, they've used about 12 tracking cameras. All cities in Qatar had 12 tracking cameras, and the cameras enable to track up 29 data points of each individual player. So 50 times per second, calculating their exact position of the pitch. That's how they get to know if it's an offside or not. If you remember, they show a very gradient line to show where the players are. And I don't know if there was any bad call for offside, but I could have missed it because I did not watch all the matches. So if you guys have watched it, or if you guys could point it out, that would be great. And the end discussion would be, from your point of view, is should there be an element of human error in the game because that's what makes it unpredictable? Or do you guys think like the decision making should now be shifted towards the machines? But at the end, of what's the role of the referee in the game if you're going to put gadgets in it? So he's just there as a messenger. What do you guys think? Because this kind of debate is happening all around the world in different sports. Like we follow cricket here, so in cricket as well, there've been debates about ball tracking and stuff. So this would be pretty interesting as football is a more global game. Like every part of the world actually plays it, and people do follow it very passionately. So that would be it for today's podcast. This is the first podcast. If you guys are following, we will be coming up with this podcast. I'll try to become every week, if not once, but or twice with the topic that's more inclined towards technology in our life. So this I had to discuss about FIFA World Cup because that's the biggest event just that's happened like in the past few days, and it's been going on for a month now. We'll see where this Messi and the Ronaldo debate goes and what technology is going to be implemented in the league stages for every country, and see if FIFA is going to enforce more anything new innovation coming in for the next World Cup or different cups that will be or the tournaments that will be coming in. And if you guys want to participate, just send us the comments and suggest which topics you guys would like us to talk about. I'll be inviting different guests from around the world, different podcasts uh, from YouTube as well. And if you guys want to join in the discussion, just send us a message and we'll hook you guys up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you guys know every video that's coming in. And at the end, I am your host Ali Rathor from TechRed. Thank you for listening in the podcast. See you guys later. Bye bye.